Okay, we got the factory floor for the compact and coal, but it doesn't really matter what you have. And it's ready to happen. We got the coal coming in from the bottom through a hole in the floor, and the sulfur is going to be coming from up top via train. Now, anytime you want to check something out, you can press in and bring this little menu up and type in it, and you can see what it needs and where it's made, assembler, even how many it makes per minute. Okay, now that we got the logistics done as far as the two different ingredients getting here, we gotta get it on a line, because you don't want it, you don't want it just running out of here like I used to do it. That's not good. So we're gonna start. It's two ingredients, so the conveyor is stackable. It's got to be 3 tall. You don't put nothing on the bottom wrong. And then you see that line coming out for it. That tells you how far you can go. When the line stops, you can go a little farther, but not for real, and then it's done. And you can press R to zoop, because if you don't press R to zoop, then it's just gonna shoot out one at a time like that. Now, once I unlocked belts Mark 5, that's all I use. I either use that or Mark 1, because the other belts are hard to come by. I'm not keeping 10 million different ingredients on me, enough reinforced plates to make all these belts, enough, whatever that is, steel beams, enough encased. No, I'm not doing all that. I just keep a bunch of aluminum on hand. At this stage, I don't really use it for anything else anyway. So even if the belt only needs 100 anything, it gets a Mark 5 belt. It doesn't need to be perfect. You waste time thinking about all these perfect mathematical equations. I mean, if that's what you consider fun, then you go ahead and do that. But it's not fun for me, so I ain't doing it. So there's the coal and the sulfur. Let's see. Let's determine first where it's going to come out at. And all I'm doing here is hitting my middle mouse button when I'm pointing at things, and it'll let me build without clicking any buttons or going in a menu. This is for update 6. If you're still on 5, you have to press F and then do it. Alright, and the next step is the assemblers. Now, I don't have this stuff memorized, so the first thing I'm going to do is decide where it's going to go. I don't want to put it over there where it doesn't have space. I want to give it plenty of space to live. And that's gonna mean putting a conveyor belt. I like to give it at least one full square, and that's not here. It's over here. Just put my assembler back and make sure I'm going to have the room. Now I'm going to need one more because it's got to have an output line as well. Now if I want to fly around over there to make it easy to place everything, I got to put my lines, because as soon as I put the factory floor, I put my electricity so I can fly around. You do not want to be walking or climbing ladders or anything stupid like that. And the best thing to do is to alternate these and put more than you need so that you're not, up there without a spot with some kind of blind spot you can't fly in. You're not down there spending time like, where do I need to put it? Counting the spaces. Things like, you want to avoid things like that. Just overbuild. You're going to have plenty of materials. I got that troop train up there full of materials. I don't care. I'll go right up there and get some more. The assembler, and let me just double check what it needs. Assembler, yeah. Make sure it's facing the right way. I have done that before. And it's gonna start right there. Now you put it more or less where it goes, press control, and then it's gonna snap right in the spot. I haven't figured out how many I need yet, but let me just come over here. Compact coal, 25 per minute, and then I'll do my calculator off screen. I know I got 480 coal divided by 25 equals 19 machines with a little extra. How much sulfur did I have coming in here? Not that much, but we'll just put down 19 machines, and I forget how much sulfur I had, and let it be whatever it is. Maybe we'll train some more sulfur over here at another time, and when we do, the machines will be here. And when I run out of something and have to go back to the troop train, I make a list, like you just saw me do, because if you run out of one thing, odds are you don't run out of something else. You see, I'm out of rotors as well, or I am about to be. And there's no sense in having a stack of 20, so I'll just make it a stack of 100. The best way to count these things is to hold some power line in your hand, because it makes a little ticking sound when you move along. Now, the reason I don't like to place these stackable conveyor poles is because sometimes they need to go in between the machines. See, like this one ends right here. That's not good. You want it to end between the machines. These concrete pillars, some people do metal ones. Looks like I'm out of concrete. See, if I didn't have that troop train and I had to keep going back to the base all these times, that would be terrible. I know some people have apps, mods with 10 million pocket spaces. Yeah, if you want to do that, you do that. Hey, now when it's all close like that, sometimes you can get it here, sometimes you have to put one like that as a spacer and go up and then put your sideways. And then of course you can come back and delete that stuff. Now putting this makes it look better. It looks like it's all one line. It's a lot sleeker, but it also serves the function of hiding. You don't want all these power poles out here. That takes up a lot of space. Now all we'll do is put one in between, skip a space in between. Now the easiest way to hook these up instead of going there and then going to the machine is starting at the machine and then going to the post. Then you can come over here and see how much power is on the line, and it's 285 milliwatts on this one little line. And that's you can see the power of your whole system too, so you can see what's going to happen when you flip this switch right here. And next, for the placement over here, this is too close. So again, this is why I like these foundations with the lines in it, because I mean, it's just a click, right? 1, 2, and then you're there. I'm sure it's the same ticks involved with the concrete ones, but yeah, And again, I'm just watching to make sure that these things end, and you see how there's a line going from where I am and a line going to my right. That's because if you look over there, that's where the other stackable poles are, and you see them popping up every now and then. Don't ask me why that happens. So it just lets you place the second one over here easier without having to check and line up so much. It doesn't really matter what side you start placing your mergers and splitters. I like to go from left to right, but sometimes I will go from right to left. If you're just getting started, you probably want to lay your first line down and then go down it and place it, because you can get confused. But you make sure that you're on splitters when you want to run into the machine, and mergers when you want to come out. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because we have enough space away from the machine for there to be some belt. Now, if there won't no belt, it would have to be absolutely perfect, and it would take longer. And you just remember, as you're going down the line, left gets bottom, right gets top, or just alternate the way they are. See, there I am spending too much time trying to get it right. I find doing one hole at a time like that is a lot easier, as you don't have to set them at different heights because they have some space, but even I am annoyed by how they look if I don't set them at different heights. So it's 2 clicks up when it's a higher belt. And it's just a lot faster, and I would totally get my mind twisted all up if I tried to do both of those holes at one time. Now you can run both the belts at one time, because that's pretty foolproof. What I don't like to do is run it left and then right, because that confuses me. I like to only run them one way, from left to right or from right to left. So you see, I'm messing up right here. Now the coal is coming in. And to copy the recipe in update 6, you just look at the machine and press Control V. I like to get in the middle of 3 machines and go bap, bap, bap. Paste them. It's not like update 5 where you have to go into the machine and paste it. Now it's possible, especially with a big long line like this, that I will miss some. But it's a lot easier to not miss any if you was to do it from this side that didn't have any antlers like this in a way. And also, after I cut the line on, I will go up and down the line 2 or 3 times and just make sure everything is running properly. You see I'm getting lines from the other side, so you gotta just be conscious of which line is your exit port. And a hyper tube like this that goes up to your troop train or whatever, however you're transferring your building materials around, is essential. You don't want to be slowly flying back up there. It's fun the first 19 times, but after that you are going to hate it. You get to going fast and you mess up sometimes. It happens. I still like to get a hold of the blueprint by pressing F because it highlights what I'm on. You know, sometimes you can't really tell what you're about to get the blueprint for. Come on, get in there, homie. Got stuff to do. Okay, now that that's all hooked up, I'm going to turn this on. The sulfur is not over here, but what it's going to do is allow the coal to stack inside the machines. And you got to think about how you're going to get it out of here. Another floor, and then a train going where it needs to go. You know, another train station, wherever. Over here, over there, over there. It doesn't really matter, wherever you want to put it. But this is your factory build right here. And if you wanted to send this on down the line here to get produced, further refined, further produced, all you would do is build that conveyor up one and send this on down the line, and then you would just basically copy paste this over there. What's coming out here would come out over there, and then there'd be a bunch of machines to turn that into something else, another line just like this, doing whatever you want it to do. But that's not what I want to do, so off it comes. Well, I hope this helps y'all out with efficient factory building. Obviously, like, comment, share, smash that like button, homie. Don't leave me hanging.